Yo, people, welcome back to another stream, and this is the EFL Championship Gameweek 16 preview. And before I get started, first I just want to say sorry for being late. And then if I am lagging, but just tell me, then I will know what to sort out. So yeah. Like 16 preview. Some good matches to on show really. So yeah, but do let me know if I am a bit laggy, like freezed and stuff like that. Then I will sort it out because no, what's a problem. But yeah, sorry for being late. I did move it to 8. Just wanted to finish watching that Liverpool game. So yeah. Yeah, but let's get straight into it. First, some comments. Evening, Stephen. Be up yourself. Be up yourself, Josh fan too. Yeah, do smash that like button as you come in. Let's try and go for 10 likes on the stream. I know Championship ain't really the most popular, but I still enjoy it. I haven't got down to really watch it, but hopefully I will be able to do some games. But yeah, um, and there is this annoying light thing, so I know of that. It can be a bit annoying, but yeah, can do let me know if I am laggy. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Um, but yeah, let me get. Let's get straight into this. Blackburn Rovers against Preston is the first game now. Um, of course, Blackburn did beat Norwich 3-1, which I didn't really expect. But I have been on and off really. Only had one draw so far this season. Blackburn and the 10th. So tight. Preston after great form, terrible run. Now seems like they're getting up back into a good form after a win against Coventry. They go away Friday night game at Edward Park. It's a tough one. Preston do have a good record there. As you guys can see, Blackburn have only beaten them there once since 2017. Of course, they played 2017, 2019, 2021, 2022. So, it's really the good place for Blackburn. Preston did beat them. Tomorrow's the 10th, so last year plus a month, no? Less than a month. 11 months ago, they 4-1. The 10th of December. So, will it be the same? How can I score in Preston don't like to keep clean sheets anymore? But Friday games aren't usually high scoring. Let's go. Only two draws. I reckon 1-1. I reckon 1-1, yeah. Usually Friday games are 1-1. Or draw. Or, yeah. Guys know what I mean. But yeah, just when you are in the chat, Do tell me if I am a bit laggy in terms of movement and stuff like that. Um, and of course, when I speak. But yeah, another one is a big game. It is Sunderland against Birmingham City. Again, Birmingham have been decent in some games, but really inconsistent after that really good run. But they have sacked, of course, their manager, and now Wayne Rooney is in charge. And I don't think he's gotten a win yet. I don't think so. But I may be wrong. But I don't think so. Sunderland, on the other hand, but better form now after 3 defeats in a row. Close defeats, but still defeats. So I reckon Sunderland do have a good record against Birmingham, to be fair. Birmingham poor 2-1. Early kickoff 2-1 Sunderland. Cardiff Norwich 2-0. Cardiff 2-1 on the bounce. Draw. Norwich haven't won in a while. This game screams, so 1-0 Norwich, like it screams 1-0 Norwich. But they don't. 5 games they played. 50-50 record, really. But I don't know why, but I sent to 1-0 Norwich. Just that type of game. Like every time Norwich are written off completely, they somehow do it. I believe. No, sorry, Cardiff in Wales, so not a derby really. Coventry and Stoke. Oh, just fan agrees with me. Great man think alike. What can I say? So fair enough, just fan. It just screams to me like a unknown Norwich. Like everybody writes him off. Everyone's going Cardiff, easy one for them, and Norwich just stand up and do it. Does it like? So yeah, but it is what it is. Coventry, they need one badly. 3-1. Let me work out. 3 wins, 6 losses. And points. Let me work it out. 9, 1, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 points. And Huddersfield Town are on 1, 3, 4. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. So that is 9, 1, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So same points, goal difference. We'll get. Let me check for them. I think they down, or they did get a win the other day. Don't know where they are. I know how many points, but Country need a win desperately. Let's have a look. 11 points, so 4-point gap. And Plymouth in 19th. But yeah, a win does take Coventry up to 17th, depending on the Norwich result. So yeah, but still got really good. Like they don't have a good record there, but they're really good. And joining me is Martin. How are you,
Hello.
Martin?
Sorry I'm late. Hello.
No worries. So yeah. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good. So yeah, just tell me if I'm a bit laggy. Try. I'm busy getting in, setting up a new setup.
Okay.
So so that's in the process. So that's why I got this virtual background thing going on.
All right.
So yeah, if I am laggy, just tell me. Then I will switch
That's
back
all right.
and figure a way out. But yeah, um, I've done a few games now already.
Yeah,
First one,
sorry.
Blackburn.
I got sidetracked. I'm so sorry. I was late.
No worries. Blackburn, Preston.
Yes, local derby. So Blackburn are on a
Oh,
bit of a
is it?
streak. Pardon?
No, I don't know if it is.
Yeah, yeah.
A local.
Well, it's a Lancashire. They're both in the county of Lancashire, so it's sort of it's local derby to a degree. Um, Blackburn on a good run, 4 wins out of 5. Going by your
Yeah,
captions, they tend to go in streaks, Blackburn. So I think they'll do it. I think 2-1 Blackburn.
sure. I just reckon a draw because most of the Friday night games are like a
Yeah,
draw. Like when you expect goals between the teams, like 3-2, 2-2, it
yeah,
ends
yeah.
in a 1-1 or 1-0. So, um, yeah. Next one, Sunderland, Birmingham.
Interesting one. Birmingham still looking for a win, I think, under Rooney. Sunderland at home, big crowd. Well, what should we say? I think I'll go a draw. I think I'll go one each. Hannah.
1-1. Now, I've gone 1-0 Norwich just because I think this game screams of a 1-0. Like, everybody writes off Norwich and then somehow they sneak a 1-0.
Yeah,
So,
Norwich are baffling me this season, and we can see that they've lost 4 out of 5, lost the last 4 on the trot. The start of the season they were looking quite strong, not conceding goals, and now they've started to lose their way a bit. And Cardiff are going okay, aren't they? They're at the top. They're in the top 6, 7th. So
um,
I think Cardiff will sneak it. I think 2-1 to Cardiff, being the home
yeah,
team against an out of form Norwich. So I'm going to go Cardiff 2-1.
Cardiff.
Mhm.
And then Corntrick and Stoke. Now, Martin, you probably won't know this, but at the beginning of the season, when we did our championship predictions, I said Coventry to finish 15th.
Oh,
Um,
right. Okay.
and I got slated for that. I was cooked and everything. And look, well and behold, the 20th, 4 points clear of the relegation zone and in need
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. It's they've reacted to it. I think they overachieved last season to get to the playoff final. Did they? I think they got there in the end. Um, this year
Yeah.
they're sort of suffering from that expectation. I think. Um,
I think it's
Stoke,
more down to the two best players leaving because, of course, Jokeres and Harmer both gone. It's like
yeah, that's a good
your
point.
goals and your assist output is washed away. So, um, yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
but
point. What would I say? I think Stoke bore me, so I'm going to go 0-0.
uh, this one, like I can see Cardiff getting a result because it's Stoke and like they have one, they're undefeated in 4 games, but like they're proper mid-table team.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they and they're so inconsistent at times. Um,
I'm going to go 0-0. I think it'll be a dull game, personally.
yeah, let's go 1-1. Let's
Okay.
go 1-1. No, no. Be up yourself, Stephen. In the chat. We'll get to all now. Country relegation dig fight. Happened to playoff final runners up.
don't know where Hanno's gone. Okay, Hanno says just carry on, so I will. Hull City and Huddersfield. I'm going to say Hull are going well. I think they'll Huddersfield struggling a little bit. Only got 6 points. Yeah, after the Warnock saving them last season, they seem to be struggling a bit. Hull score a few goals. I like their young manager, whose name I forget, but I like him. So I'm going to say Hull will win 3-1 on that one.
3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Before I get to that, this comment: country relegation dogfights always happens to player final runners up. Seems like it, because Huddersfield, of course, but they lost in the playoff final. So was it again?
Yeah, who was it?
To Forest?
Oh, yes,
I,
it was. That's good. Yeah, 2 seasons, because the second season for Forest. Yeah, Forest it was, I think.
I think, yeah. And of course, last season they were in the relegation dogfight. Championship playoff final. So yeah. I'll just sneak it to 1-2-1. What's Huddersfield's record there? Look there, 6 games. I haven't beaten them.
That does surprise me. I think Hull are doing all right. I'll stick to my 3-1 to Hull. I'm going to stick with.
But I think I'll have improved from last season. And last season it was a 1-1 draw. So, and I think I just feel almost say the same. So I'll edge it 2-1. But yeah. Next one, Ipswich against Swansea. Ipswich still holding that record of only 1 loss. It's still the only team to have 1 loss. That's at 2 now. Swansea on the rise, slowly but surely they're getting up there, up the table.
Yeah.
One each played against Chad in 2019, so I guess that's the last time Ipswich were in the championship. 3-2 Ipswich and 1-0 Swansea. Both away wins for those teams. Ipswich should do it. Or can they end that winless run to 2-0? Swansea don't really like to score. At times, they don't really like to score. And Ipswich defense is pretty solid. Though they have conceded 2 last 2 games, but yeah, your prediction.
Yeah, I think Ipswich will win as well. They've had a couple of draws, but they're still up there. They're still got the momentum that they've had all season, really. So I'm gonna say 2-1. I'll give Swansea a goal, I think. But yeah, I think it's just to sneak it 2-1. Yeah,
sneak it 2-1. Now Leeds, Plymouth. It's kind of what, north versus south.
It is north versus very south because it's very long distance apart. Very
But yeah, Leeds don't like to draw match, that's for sure. Only drawn three, what, 4 matches? But yeah, Plymouth, well, a win for Plymouth will not be great for Coventry and Huddersfield. Or even a draw. The draw can take them up above Norwich in 17th, depending, of course, on their results. So we will go with two. I reckon 2-1 Leeds. They should do it.
Okay. I think Leeds are going to be runners up to Leicester, or they will go up with Leicester. Leeds are going to be in my top two this season now. I think they're just
I
starting to
put
click.
them first, but I think Ipswich has gone not too far ahead. Oh, how many points?
Oh, I don't know. There's still
Well,
31 games. Still 31 games left. A lot of points to play
yeah,
for. Leeds have won 5 out of 6, I think, and they've won them well. Good wins, scoring goals. I think this will be a fairly comfortable win. I'm going to go 3-0 to Leeds. I think Leeds will.
3-0.
Yeah, put them away quite easily.
Yeah. 2-0 Ipswich, 2-0 Leeds. And the next one is a big one. Leicester against Middlesbrough. Both teams shaky the last few games. Both draws in the last time they played. Might have been when this 16-17 needs to be unless they were in the Prem, when Middlesbrough were in the Prem.
Yeah.
This is winning season last time they
16,
played.
didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah. And those games end in draws, so let me just have a look. Oh wait, sorry, 16-17 wasn't a winning season. Middlesbrough were in the Prem, but wasn't Leicester's winning season. They finished off that season.
They do.
It was when Chelsea won won the league, of course, the mighty Chelsea. So yeah. 1-1. I reckon 1-1 is a fair result.
Okay. When I did my little run through this afternoon, I said 1-1 as well. So I'm going to copy you. I see a low scoring draw here too. Middlesbrough have picked up since they had a poor start to the season, but they've picked up, as you can see, 4-5 wins. All right, they had a loss and a draw recently, but Middlesbrough have shown that they're coming back quite nicely. So I'm going to go one each as well.
Yeah. And now it's your team, Preston against.
That's my team. This is an interesting match because this is the match or fixture of two teams who managers are playing or in their first matches. Bristol City sacked Nigel Pearson recently, and Queen's Park Rangers sacked Gareth Ainsworth recently. Queen's Park Rangers have picked up a Spaniard who's been managing in Sweden. This is a bit of an interesting background. Marti Cifuentes, if I've said his name correctly. So both teams having their first game for their new manager. I think I'm going to go with my own team. And Bristol City will win 2-1. And Bristol City have picked up Liam Manning from Oxford. Not quite as exotic as getting somebody from Sweden who's a Spaniard, but yeah. So 2 new managers, 2 fresh starts for the clubs. Bristol City are in a better position across the season so far, but they're unconvincing. I've followed them quite closely. They've been unconvincing in a lot of matches. But let's see. I'm going to say 2-1 to Bristol City. Just a bit of heart over.
Can I ask you why you sacked your manager?
That is a very good question.
Was it just unexpected? unexpected or?
It wasn't totally unexpected because when I was last on, if you remember, I said he was in a bit of not dispute with them, but he criticised the board or his employers for not speeding up the new contract in the last international break. Pearson was hoping to get a new contract or his contract extended because it ended at the end of the season. He called out the board, was disappointed with the way his treatment. So that seemed to be the beginning of the end. And a couple of matches later, I think a win. It wasn't really down to form because they're 10th in the league or 11th in the league as they are now. So it's not down to form as such, but it's just, I think they didn't want to renew his contract. I think Pearson got wind that they didn't want to renew his contract. He forced their hand, and their hand was, okay, we don't want you anymore. And they got rid of him. So, and they've picked up this young manager from Oxford. He's not had the greatest CV. He's been at MK Dons, did well, got to the playoff semi-finals a couple of seasons ago, then got them relegated, or near enough, because he got sacked, I think, before they actually got relegated, or near enough relegated. So he's had a bit of a checkered career, but he was doing well at Oxford this season. League One isn't the greatest League One this season, so it's not the greatest standard, but this year. However, so he's come from Oxford. He should do well. Hopefully, give him his chance. You can only see what it's up down to him to put his mark on it. So yeah, 2-1 to Bristol City, but only just. That's me on that one.
Okay, yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, I have to be on the owner side. I think they kind of just waited for a bit, like see what happens this season, and if he does really well, then of course give him that.
Yeah, I liked Pearson. He changed the culture a little bit. He got young players in. Okay, perhaps they weren't the best in the world, but they wanted to pull on the shirt and play. And if you've got that in your club, it's always a good thing to have. But yeah, I wouldn't have sacked him at this point. I don't think there was. It wasn't based solely on results. It was based on other factors. And that's the outcome. Whereas Queen's Park Rangers change was purely based on results, because Gareth Ainsworth, only went there the sort of back end of last season, kept them up just about. Is a club favourite. He used to play for them, so I think they wanted it to work. But you can see all those red losses. He just ran out of time, unfortunately, because I quite liked him. But I think when you're at Wickham, as he was for so long, he was at Wicket Wanderers for 10, 12, maybe more years. It's difficult then to try and get your culture in another club. So even if it is one you're familiar with. So that's the thing. So they sacked him based on form. Bristol City sacked based on all sorts of factors. But an interesting game, I think.
Yeah. As guys can see there, QPR, last time they beat Bristol at home was 2016. So Bristol definitely got a good record away at Loftus Park. Loftus Road. That gives me a sense of a free. Do they score? Yeah, we'll give them a goal, 3-1.
My goodness. Okay, I hope you're right.
Sheffield, Millwall. Will it be rude to say 0-0?
No, it's never rude to say 0-0. I don't disagree with that. I think it'll be 1-1. I think Sheffield, they're really struggling a bit. I mean, they lost to Bristol City last week as it happened. But a bit unlucky they had a player sent off early on, so they played an hour with 10 men. So it's all that was always a bit of a miss, So I'm going to go 1-1 there.
Well, no. Southampton, West Brom. Southampton haven't lost in a while. In their last 7 games, haven't lost. Sorry. And West Brom haven't lost in the last 4. Sets up a beautiful game for 3-2 West Brom.
That's interesting. I'm going 3-2 Southampton. I think that, as you say, they haven't lost for a while. They've been scoring. They've been scoring goals. Southampton, especially at home. They're just starting to find their feet a little bit after relegation, and they're only down the road from me. So I'm going to where I live now. So I'm going to go with a localish team, and I'm going to go 3-2 the other way around to Southampton. I think I agree with you. There will be goals in the match because it's just the way Southampton play. The way Southampton play, they've got this carefree. They had a 4-4 earlier on in the season. I don't know if you recall, but
I remember.
Yeah, so they just play with a carefree attitude, especially at home. They've got this philosophy as if you score 4, we'll score 5, and they just get on with it. So, which has resulted in some big defeats, that philosophy, but it's starting to pay dividends now. So I'm going 3-2, as I say.
3-2. Watford, they unbeaten in the last 5. Rather, unbeaten in the last 2. That one loss in the last 5. Last season it was a draw. Both games was a draw. Could we see a Watford one? I like to draw though, so I will let you go first. Let me first.
Okay. Well, Watford, for me, are a bit of a tedious team. There's not much flair about them. If there's any Watford fans listen to this now, or they see it, play it back, I apologise, but that's just my take on it. So they're always gritty matches, Watford games. I think a little bit brittle. So I'm going to go 1-0 to Watford, just to scrape it. Rotherham are digging in a bit, but I think sadly they're facing relegation at the moment. They're not showing too many. They're strong at home, but away. So I'm going to go Watford to win that 1-0. Sorry,
I want to go 2-1 Watford, but the question is, will they score 2 goals?
If Watford and Rotherham score 3 goals in a match between them, I will give money to charity.
That's a thing. Watford. There's nothing. I was like, going back, Watford to score 2 goals, but yeah. That brings us to that, really.
That's good. I'm sorry I was a few minutes late. I just got sidetracked at the wrong moment. I do apologise.
No, that's fine. Any social media or anything like that you wanna?
I'm fine. No, I haven't. I don't really. I haven't really got anything to present in that way. So I'm happy just to come on here as invited whenever you want me and give my thoughts. And that's me. Thank you.
Yeah. No. Be up yourself, just fan. Take care.
Andrew, take care.
Yeah. No, not that one.
So
This one. Yeah. As for my socials, Instagram, _coach _corner, Twitter, 7083 0030, and then TikTok coach corner 1. And yeah, hopefully I will be able to do. Let me just check the Prime game. Oh, there's no Sunday games. So probably not early kickoff. I will try to do tomorrow's game, Blackburn Preston. Um, Early kickoff is Wolves Tottenham. That's a good one. San Birmingham or Wolves Tottenham. Which one you rather watching is a big question. Um, but yeah, that's that. Thank you, Steven, for that. Yeah, we'll see you in a bit. And hopefully, Coventry don't pick up a win. So yeah, so that's I still have, so I can use that towards the end of the season. So yeah, cheers, people.
See you later, Hannah. Thank you very much. Cheers.